How you doing there? So I'm me and you're you. Let's keep it that way. There's a who is it? The bass player, the tuning. I can't remember his name now. The guy who was a guitar tech for Bob Dylan. Caesar. It'll come to me as soon as I finish talking about it. He tells an anecdote about when he was coming down an elevator in a hotel with Bob Dylan, and some guy got in and rode down the elevator with him. When they came to the end of the journey, the guy was getting out. He turned back and he said to Dylan, "I know who you are, but you don't know who I am." And Dylan said, "Let's keep it that way." I just found this. This is called Some Great Reward. I know the title, but I think it's just been in my songbooks. When did I write this? Goodness me, that was a long time ago. So far as I know, I never recorded it. I don't have any. Normally, if I recorded a song or played it, now the music comes back to me. So I thought I'd try it. Put music to it and make a song out of it. It looks like it was just one of those, well, I won't say just, you know, because that diminishes it. I don't want to diminish it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see the lyrics from that. Anyway. As the years slide by, your handwriting gets larger and larger when you're writing lyrics. But the typing stays the same size, you know. So I was like, what does that say? Anyway, so this is telling me it's minor, so let's sharpen the G. Is that too sharp? What do you reckon? Does that sound like an E to you? Does I do that? Okay. Focus, man, focus. So, this is a song that appears to have an element of sadness in it. Dylan, if I stand back just a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, well, I'll bring it out for you. So, going off message for a message from Beautiful Son. So Dylan, I bought this for you today. Yet another slothy to go with your collection. My son loves slothies. You might see some appearing on the cue cards behind me at certain points. You don't remember the lady, I'm fairly certain, because you haven't seen her for 4 years, and given that you're only 11 now. When we used to come out of school, your last school down here, some mornings we would occasionally pass a lady that was walking down. So after we walked down to the car, there's a young lady walking up that way. She was going to college then. But she now works in the shop. And she spent, as I think I've told you already, she spent November and December listening to me every Sunday, going in and saying, "Have you got the slothies in this year? Have you got the slothies in this year?" But this year they didn't do them. So, but they started doing these different ones here. We're all slothies under the sun. This is going to be in a minor key. I think it's telling me to do it in A minor. It's actually a blues, so really I should do A minor 7th and E minor 7th, but it's very late at night and I'm not going to. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to be a bit too adventurous there, really, aren't I? Because I've done it 3 days ago, as you can see. I lost a finger, nail, almost lost a finger, recording what was called descent, it's now called heat. 1, 2, I just need to move this mirror here, because it reflects my daughter. It's all done with smoke and mirror glass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't you want to wonder why? Nah, I like that at all. Cables come off. 2, 3, 4. You're afraid to walk into the mirror. Don't you want to wonder why? You're afraid to walk into the mirror. And don't you want to wonder why? You believe it when it says I love you. But still you want to die. You don't want to ask for nothing. You're afraid of what you'll get. You don't want to ask for nothing. You're afraid of what you'll get. You say you want some great reward, but your mama tells you you ain't earned it yet. You're uncertain about who to talk to, so you don't say anything. You're uncertain who you can talk to, so you don't say anything. You got a telephone full of numbers, oh, but no one ever rings. You don't want to touch the water, oh, you know you're gonna cry. You don't wanna touch the holy water, oh, you know you're gonna cry. You can't see your reflection in it, you know you're gonna die. You've got a lot of hidden secrets. You stole them off your mother. You got a lot of hidden secrets. You stole them from your mother. When you asked her if she ever loved you, she said, like no other. You don't like to walk in daylight. You don't like it when you're seen. You don't like to walk in daylight. You don't like it when you're seen. You got 100 different names. None of them mean a single thing. You can't remember hearing welcome, and that ain't too surprising. You can't remember ever hearing welcome, and that ain't too surprising. Your father told you long ago, he came into your room, said here's the dawn arising. You don't need recognition, or so you want us to believe. You don't want recognition, or so you want us to believe. But you're begging for some great reward that somehow you feel that you've achieved. Well, there's another one for the song pile. 10 minutes ago it was just a lyric, now it's a song. Why do I keep saying just? 10 minutes ago it was a lyric. Nothing wrong in that. A good one too. Even though I'm only that far away from the lyrics, I couldn't read them, but that was okay once I got where the song was going, you know. You don't need to read a road map every step of the way to get to your destination, you know. You can just look at the salient points in it. Isn't that beautiful? My son did that when he was 2 years old. You want to hear that one again? I kind of want to write some extra words to that. I'm not going to do it again, I'm going to close out. It's very late at night now. Where they run through my beautiful daughter's song. Where does the sun go to at night? Well, it's a poem that she wrote for school. I'm in the wrong place. I like to stand, so as I'm looking in the viewfinder, I've got an audience of my children, and there's mirrors. Mirrors that bounce those pictures from the windows off. And I've got pictures down there as well. I need a G, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where does the sun go to at night? I need to know if that's alright. Does it turn into the moon, they say? If I'm patient, I will find out soon. I wonder what secrets the sun does hold. They say I pray to be told. I wonder where it sleeps at night, hiding away until the new daylight. The sun gives us those glowing bright skies, but it's a clever old moon gives us the tides. Where does the sun go to when it sleeps? My soul safe to keep. Where does the sun go to at night? Where does it lay its head? Is it like me, sleeping tight with dreams dancing round its bed? That went a bit AWOL there. There's actually another 4 verses to that one. My daughter wrote that's a poem. We were on the telephone. This is, I think, October last year. And she said, well, our homework, we've got to do a project on space, Daddy. And I said, oh, well, that's an interesting subject. There's a lot to write about that. I'm going to do it as a poem, she said. After she came back. Don't go away, she said, or hold on, so I'm backing it up. He comes back with a pencil and a piece of paper. I'm going to call it Where's the Sun Go To at Night, Daddy? Okay, great title. Where's the sun go to at night? I need to know, alright? That's my daughter for you. 9 years old, she's doing this. Very forthright. I suggested the line that I use, you know, I need to know if that's alright, you know. She hates the fact that I sing, I need to know if that's alright. Not that, Daddy, it's, I need to know, alright? But anyway. And she said, well, you can help if you want to, Daddy. Well, gee, thanks, I've been doing this for 40, however many years, you know, I've written 1,500 songs, thanks, you know. But anyway, it's her homework, so I came up with line 3, which is, does it sink into the skies lake, which you didn't hear there because I admitted it because I wanted to change some of the words around. And everyone's like, and she was like, well, okay, I'll take it from here, Daddy, although she did use that line. And then she had a, what kind of mysterious shape, what kind of shapes will that make? And I said, mysterious. Anyway, and then she did the other lines. I suggested at the end, making the words go back to the top line, so bring it back in again, so old Beatles trick. And it's not one I use in my own songs, because my songs tend to be narratives, you know, start to finish. Where I'm going with all this, I thought that was, and she handed it in at school, and that, maybe a month later, oh, and the next day, while Emily was finishing off, I slunk over here and got a guitar, and I was, and I was like, oh God, you're all right, Dad, you know. Dylan, can we put him in a home yet? And the next day, all I could remember the next day, I knew we'd done this and we'd finished, I had the title in my head, you know, Where's the Sun Go To at Night? And I couldn't remember what Emily had come up with the night before. So I got some pen and paper, and using that title, so I wrote my own 4-verse song called Where's the Sun Go To at Night? And about a day after that, I played back the film of the conversation we'd had and transcribed the lyrics there. It's a very boring story, but anyway, so there's some amalgamated versions of that on my channel where I've sung Emily's verses and then done a long harmonica solo and then done my verses. And the two don't gel because Emily's goes A-A-B-B, whereas my verse was in the final note, so Emily's is where does the sun go to at night? I need to know if that's all right. Whereas mine go, the rhymes go 2 and 4. Emily's rhymes go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, mine go. Where does the sun go to at night? Where does she lay her head? Is she like me, sleeping tight, with dreams dancing round my bed? There's one verse in there which I was struggling for, which threw me out, and it was, I think, yeah. Does she go dancing with the stars by the light of the Milky Way? Something, 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 where the owls and the ocelots play. Ocelots, you don't hear the word ocelot in too many songs there, you know. But you do mine. From Afar, that's a nice song, I should do that one. From Afar, I wrote that by the girl in a certain supermarket in Millville. It's quite a nice love song, really. Poison, I also wrote that about someone who works in the same supermarket in Yeovil. Or I updated it. It was a song I wrote originally and then I added some new verses to it. So I'm just looking at my cue cards here to see if there's anything I want to play. You know what, I want to play a little bit of Urban Paranoia. So I will do. It's my front room. It's my guitar. That is not the right place. Let's go a slow version. Let's go a slow, stormy night version of Urban Paranoia. A 1 and a 2 and a 96.5. Carry the 4 and back to the start. So now you've closed your goodnight eyes and whispered your instructions. You let your lovers taste the cake, then plotted their destruction. While in the town that you call home, your parents own a hovel, and you drive by in your limousine and you smile to see them grovel. And baby says she got a break from some guy who'll take her photo, but he doesn't have a studio. He says, why don't you meet me at a motel? She needs to be a star so bad, and she tells you it's her destiny. So she does some favors for the boys, says maybe they'll invest in me. And all the guys smell all the same, so she learns to turn her nose off. And all their promises smell the same as soon as she takes her clothes off. And the airport's shut, 'cause the runway froze, or so the TV said. Oh, and Johnny No One just jumped off the roof with a Bible on his head. His mama swears that she's in shock, oh, and that Pap is so distressed. And then they're on the Late Late Show, and the checks are signed the press. They never would have amounted to much. Nobody would have heard their story, so they take the fame while it's there. Poor Johnny lost the glory. And the preacher had a dream last night where an angel gave salvation, while the sergeant caught a glimpse of hell and firebombed the station. They meet together at the docks and sweat the consequences. For 30 years they kept the faith. Now damn all the pretenses. And the candidate, he comes a-calling while his young wife's at the surgeon's. Oh, you got to look good on prime time, you see, when you shout, let's bomb some turbines. His skeletons are all PR trained before they leave the closet. You sleep with that new intern tonight, and tomorrow say, who was it? And the magazines boast perfect waists to girls with eating problems who choke to death on diet pills. And the company says, well, what of them? And the banks all get a creche installed for their high executive mothers who close down the nursery school next door. There's one more for the others. And the dealers selling bad advice make fortunes from bad hunches. And they spit upon the homeless on their way to their business lunches. And in their luxury offices, the right-wing bigots ponder. We like to give the black chick the job, but we think that it's beyond her. There's clouds above the hunting ground and thunder in the lowlands, storm mornings on the radio, and power in the wrong hands. Every other noise you hear is a beatbox or a siren. The commandment says thou shalt not kill, and you say, tell me why then. When did you last call up home? I wonder where your friends are, or did something good for anyone without asking what the ends are. The world outside is getting dim, the light is turning gray, and they'll razor blade you on a whim and strip your faith away. The shy guy in the boarding house cuts the glossies into pieces. He knows the pastry girl loves him, and each day his rage increases. That blonde little chick in the flat below, I know it's her he thinks, but is it? Maybe next time she's all alone, he's gonna pay her a little visit. And Jenny, she still gets those dreams each time she shuts her eyes. She can't forget what stepdaddy did, no matter how she tries. And mommy didn't want to know. She just said she was lying. Now stepdaddy's at the door again, and he loves it when she's crying. Someone's knocking at the door. Let's pretend that we're not home. It's not that I'm paranoid, but please leave me alone. I know you'll only smile at me, pounce and do your worst. I know you'll wanna kill me, so I just have to kill you first. Urban Paranoia there. That song was in my act for so long. When I wrote it, it was called Welcome to the 90s. And then as the years ticked by and I was still playing it, it became Welcome to the New Millennium. I know, I can't go on keep updating like this, so around, I don't know, about 2004, I guess, somewhere. When did I quit the stage? 2008, I guess. When did I meet my last wife? 2009, I think it was. So yeah, 2008, I guess, was the last. Was when I walked off the stage. But by that point, it's called Urban Paranoia, which is what it's about in any case. It holds up after all these years, you know. And that's pretty chilling. I mean, you know, as a lyricist, you kind of think, well, you know, you want your stuff to go on and on and on. But you want it to be a reflection on times gone, like a page in a history book that's this happened and it was bad and it stopped then, and then, you know, other stuff came along, but, you know, could have written it this morning, you know. Maybe I'll write it tomorrow morning.